righty, here we go. Yeah, just running a little late, technical things and PC Windows things, and
Hey, there's a. Oh, never mind. Go on.
yeah, I think we're good. And also, I think I got to angle this camera up just a little bit here. Yeah, I had it set up from working on the video and all that, and yeah, just stuff. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing good. It's been kind of hectic over here between all the damn work and working on the video and a million other things. And yeah, just craziness. Just freaking craziness. That's all I can say. It's just been bonkers. The whole
You're
world's
mumbling.
bonkers. My life is bonkers. All right. Okay, let's see who's here. Oh, I see Elsine, Cadaverous. We've got producer Stefan. It's Just Mellow, World of Nada, Lady Birkeland, Michael Hennessy, Star Music Channel, Star Girl Music, Edge Unknown, Unowned, Smoke Spun, Two-Headed Monster. Harry is here, of course. Thanks, Harry, for rushing out that short for me too. Last minute stuff. Yeah, I'm hitting up Harry, texting him like, "When you get up, give me a call." Got that out just in time. And yeah, so what I'm going to be doing today, I'm going to talk about this new video a little bit I just put out today. And man, it took me a long time to do it, is all I can say. It's something that I've been thinking about literally for definitely like the last year about doing it, but for literally years, about things I wanted to talk about and say. And it ended up kind of being long. It's like over 25-minute long video, and I still could have talked more about it. It's something I feel very passionate about. And yeah, just put it out, I guess, about a couple hours ago. Thanks, Eric. Oh, I see MC Yab. Yes, thanks, Stargirl Music. Yeah, and if y'all make sure to like the video and please share it. My YouTube channel slowed down a little bit the last couple months because I had to work on other stuff. I just got done mixing this Mike Clark Jr. song, and that took a long time. And then there's some other projects that took me out of everything. And then this video, God, I went bonkers with it. There's so much I wanted to put in it, and so that affects the algorithm. So just got to get the juice flowing again over there. So if y'all want to share it or whatever, I'd really appreciate it. Yes, I am burning it at both ends. It's been absolutely bonkers. Kit's been working on taxes, and there's a bunch of stuff going on and projects, and I just got hit up with about another one, and I got a band coming in. No, it's not. It's in 2 weeks. I got a band coming in. They don't want to live stream it, but it's a full band. Actually, I was hoping we could live stream it because it's literally some of the best musicians in Atlanta, if not in the industry. But I don't think she feels comfortable streaming that. For
and
some
hey,
reason.
I get it.
Yeah, I get it too. Yeah. But I was like, oh, because it's got some of my favorite musicians that I've worked with, and they'll be here. We'll probably film some of it, but I got to get ready for that. And yeah, just bonkers stuff. But yeah, the thing about the video that I wasn't able to really get to, I wanted to talk about stereo width, and I might just have to do a whole video about that because like nowadays, everybody's making everything so wide that, there seems to be this focus on everything being stereo and everything wide. But then when everything's wide, and it's kind of a cliche to say it, but when everything's wide, nothing's wide. And I actually spent some time over the last couple of days listening to some vinyl. I've got my turntable in here, which I'll show in a minute. I keep meaning to call out this company because they sent me this turntable, and it's really cool. And it's kind of interesting listening to it. It's kind of like, it's funny how you hear the whole drum kit kind of to one side, right? And then there'll be some stuff panned over here. But, at first it's kind of a shock. But when you listen to it, man, it's actually kind of a really cool sound. And also on those records, some things would be in stereo, but mono was a thing too. Like keeping things in mono and then something would be in stereo, which would actually make that stand out more. And I think that's one of the things. I think everybody's trying so hard to make everything sound big that it just all steps on each other. And I wanted to do a whole section about that and demonstrate it, but I kind of ran out of time. And plus the video was already 20 minutes long, or 25 minutes long. So I didn't get to that one. And I was also going to talk about what was the other things I was going to talk about? Oh, tempo changes in songs. That was another thing. I might just have to kind of do a video about tempo in general. I'm actually going to be doing a video called "What is the Tempo of the World?" And that's another one I've been thinking about for like a year. And if you listen to older records, they either had a conductor or the band was just kind of playing. They weren't using click tracks so much. And if you actually listen to a lot of records, and you can feel the timing changes, where sometimes building up to a huge section, they'll kind of slow down a little bit, and then, right before a big thing, and then it just hits, and that brings a lot of energy to things as well. So I didn't get to that. I was going to talk about sound palettes as well, the idea of having limited sounds and groups of sounds that you can use. And there's this whole other thing about lifestyle and listening environments, because we used to get together and have parties, and you would let's...
Oh, so-and-so has the new, whatever, and they brought it, and let's listen to it.
Yeah, and sometimes people would you'd go to somebody's house just to listen to a record, just to listen to a particular record, and oh yeah, I got the new so-and-so. So that doesn't happen anymore. But I remember plenty of times oh yeah, we gotta get together because we're gonna listen to this song. And I actually remember the first time I listened to the Police's I think it was Synchronicity. It's the one, it was in the 80s. I can't remember. But I actually went to this guy's apartment. He's like, I have the album. I'm like, let's go. And I stopped everything. We went over there to listen to this freaking album. Who does that anymore? And I do think that affected the sound in an indirect way, meaning that bands and artists knew that that's how people were going to listen to records. And so they would think about making records that had a good listening experience from beginning to end. Nowadays,
an environment.
It was the environment,
not just of where you're listening to the song and what the circumstances are, but that in a way the song tries to create a sonic environment.
Well, yeah, and also the fact that they knew the competition was kind of happening in people's living rooms too. If the record didn't sound good, people probably wouldn't want to listen to it. So I just think there was more artistry involved in general. And that was a huge thing. Just the culture was way different. And that's something, maybe I'll put into a video at some point. I've got some other stuff I got to work on. Let's see. Yeah, Smoke Spun. Not everything should be doubled. Of course, I have a problem with trying to double everything. I do double acoustic guitars though, and of course, in the video, I talk about the kalimba, which Harper brought over. Oh, by the way, Harper's here finally. Harper, it's the right camera. Look, there's Harper. Harper finally made it back. So yeah, but sometimes it's just kind of cool to have one thing in there, I do, Eric. I have actually worked on songs where we wanted a tempo change, but because we had programmed drums, we actually programmed tempo changes in there. So, if we'd have to sync something, but yeah, everything would follow a beat. We did that a few times, but I do miss groups that have natural feel. And it's interesting. I actually worked on a project years ago for a girl named Angela Wolf, and we did not use a click track. When we started the project, we figured, it's just going to be her and piano, like her singing. Morris Pleasure came in and played piano on it. I was going to have him play bass. Maybe we'd put a couple little string parts behind it, but we got into it, and it's like, this song could use a loop. It's like, well, how am I going to do it? Because the tempo, she would do weird things when she was singing, where she'd sing, because she did play piano, and she worked out her parts with Mo, and she'd do these things where sometimes she'd just drop off a quarter note, or suddenly there'd be a 2/4 bar. Instead of 4 beats, it'd be 2 beats, so she'd go into the next section. So when they went to the studio, he was playing and following her, and he could, I don't know how he knew, he could sense what she was going to do, and he just kind of followed along. But there are definitely weird things like that, and speeding up and slowing down, and they just kind of flow together. What was interesting is that when I went to put these loops on, I said, well, I'll just play them. I either played instruments or I just played them on my pads. It's actually easier in many cases to overdub to a song that has not been done to a click track than it is with a click track. Because when you're using a click track, the other people are kind of chasing this click track, right? So you're chasing them, chasing a click track, and even though you're hearing it, you're not hearing it the same way. But if there's no click track and they've got a good vibe, it's way easier to overdub other parts because you can just listen to the parts and you can tell when they're going to speed up a little bit. And if there is a little rush thing, you just always remember, oh, that one note is rushed. But it was actually surprising. It was one of the easiest overdub sessions I ever did in my life, and it kind of got me rethinking everything as a producer.
I dropped a link to chat to the Spotify of that EP. Y'all should listen. It's so good.
Yeah. Yes, I hate playing the same thing. Smokeson says, I hate playing the last thing in the last chorus that I do in the first unless it's the vibe I want. I like change. And yeah, me too. Like, I mean, I will copy and paste certain things in choruses, kind of just like sometimes just basic rhythm stuff. But when it comes to vocals and guitar parts and stuff like that, I'm going to go back. I want different drum fills in there. It should move. It should grow. It should evolve as it goes, you know? Oh, Harper, Eric likes your hat. What are you wearing over there? Oh, it's a Billy Strings hat. Cool. Yeah, so MC Yab, how do I say that, kid? MCY ABC, or is it MCY ABC, or is it Matt? What
Where are you looking?
in the chat?
MCYABC.
Oh, MCYBC says, I like the part about the chorus where you put in the autotune, it makes it flat like plastic credit cards. Yeah, isn't that crazy? And I am not kidding. I like the stuff that I've had come in that people want me to mix, and they're going so out of their ways to try to make the vocals sound wider. And then I got chorus, and they got these stereo wideners on it, which to me just makes it all sound more the same, but also makes it sound thinner. But they tuned the hell out of everything. And I get these things, and it's like there's like 12 or 16 vocals on a chorus, but everything's really tuned. But then they're trying to make it sound big again. It's like, if you just either didn't tune it or just barely turn on the tuner, but that's what they send me. That's what I got. So I'll take that stuff off, and sometimes I'll pitch up a track a little bit or down a little bit to kind of put the width back in. ABC is what I say. Okay. Jimmy asks, what do I use for my interface converters in my home studio? I've got a Universal Audio Apollo quad. I got an old one. It's like one of the originals, and it's still working. I've got a Apogee Rosetta 8-channel interface that's light piped into it. That's when I'm tracking, that's like my main converter. And then for these live streams, I'm using the Apogee just kind of for the standard, like the streaming stuff. But if I'm tracking during the stream, I'm using that. And then I've got a Apogee Big Ben master clock that kind of ties them together clockwise. Yeah, I'm looking to see if there's any other things here. And I will be mixing a little bit on this song. It was actually in the video. I'm trying to get this song done. That was the other thing too. Like during when I was working on the video, I was like, oh, I need to put some of my music in there, and what would be a good one? So I decided to use this song that I did with Sky. Actually, I did 3 different live streams working on this song. But as I got into the video, I realized I need to work on it some more. So as I'm working on the video, I just had to stop and sing more vocals because I needed to add more vocals. And then there were some other issues, which I'm going to show in a minute, because there's a weird story behind this song and the hoops I've had to jump through to get everything work here. No, I've not tried mixing in Luna. I keep thinking about it. It's just to be honest, it's I don't have time to do all that stuff. I don't have as much experiment time just messing around with gear because I got to work. But, yeah, Harper, let's go over to the DAW view here. I'm going to, I'll play a little bit of this. I'm sure everybody will recognize this because it was actually in the video, if you watch the video. So the issue with this song was mainly that this is a song I recorded back in literally 20 years ago. And I did it with Sky, and a where's the main track? Yeah, it was just this basically. That right here, this is all I had. And he is singing in there, and I had an instrumental, then I had a version with him singing on it, and then I just put it away for 20 years while other things happened in my life. And I was talking to Sky about coming out and singing on something, and we talked about the song, and so I started working on it, and I actually wrote this whole section at the beginning. I got a whole new verse and all that. Before it was just him kind of chanting the thing at the end. You know, we had this right here. Let's see. We had all this actually going on. Oh, wait. Whoa, oh, yeah. Had this.
Keep me sane, keep me strong, give me strength to carry on. Give me light, give me sight, let me see what's wrong.
Although in the original version, it was just a couple tracks of Sky. And he changed the lyrics. So he came in on live stream and redid it. And as I've added more instruments, I added extra guitars, a bass part, because it originally didn't even have a bass part. It just had an 808. I added a bunch of stuff. And then the original track here just started sounding weak. And that little guitar part in there got really lost. And I was like, oh, how do I bring it out? I've got some trickery that I can do. I did actually find the original session on an old hard drive and was able to get all the Pro Tools session, which actually had most of the instruments. It had my guitar in it and some of the percussion and his vocals, but we were going to redo the vocals. It's like, okay, I got to get it in here, but it wasn't all lining up. Like there were some real phasing issues, and I couldn't get my guitar parts because I couldn't remember how I put them in there. So I did manage to find, Ableton will create stems from a 2-track. So I used the new version of Ableton to listen to this 2-track here and create stems. But all it did was make one for drums, one for bass, one for vocals, and then other, which ended up being, one of them was this. Oh, hold on, it was this. And I was like, okay, well, it's got the guitar in there, but then it's got other parts in there. So how can I blend that in there? What can I do with that to kind of isolate the guitar? So this is the trick. Oh, God, I spent hours. While I was trying to work on this video, while I'm trying to work on this freaking video, I literally had to stop to do this. So what I did is, let me see, I can't even remember exactly how I did it. I took one, then I took a second one, and I made it in mono, right? And you can see here, oh no, it's not in mono. What did I do? I put it out of phase. I flipped the phase. Wait, what the hell did I do? Hold on. Oh, yeah. What the fuck did I do? I think I put it in mono, although that's a stereo right there. But hold on. What is this? Oh, yeah. I used the mid-side thing. So right here. So I used mid-side and I made it, I don't know what the hell I did. I just did this till it sounded like this. When you combine it with this other self, because this is just the same track twice, it kind of isolates the guitar. See, watch, if I turn off that weird track that I did whatever the hell I did to it. But if I bring it back in, it mostly isolates the guitar. So I got that far. Then the issue was, okay, I've got to make sure that lines up with the 2-track here. Because if I don't, then it's going to be phasing. And this is the part that took for freaking ever. So I had to go in and like find sections of the I got the stem from this 2-track, but the 2-track was cut up because I'd cut it up. So I had to go and do sections, and then I had to like make the stems, but they weren't quite lining up. So I had to go through and I had to zoom in. Oh my God, this took forever. But I had to zoom in and almost do like an investigation, like looking at the waveforms and saying, okay, does anything look similar here? And I finally would find something like this. You're like, oh, that looks like the same waveform there. Let me line them up till I could get it where this isolated guitar stem that I'd made actually worked in the track without actually phasing out the original guitar part. So I ended up with this. And this literally took me hours to do, but I didn't want to, I loved what I played, and I didn't want to try to replay it because then I'm just doubling it. I want that part in there. I want it to be the original part. And I think I pulled it off, because if you listen, so there's the original 2-track. Now I'm going to bring in this doo-doo thing I did. Boom, brings it up. Without it. Yeah. And it totally worked. I was like, holy moly. Actually, I could even do a little more EQ on it here. Of course, it is picking up that but yeah, it's allowing me to mix it. Yeah, I like that. I'm going to bring that up a little bit. So that was one of the main things I had to do right there. I had to do a similar thing with the drums, because it's like, man, the drums, the kick is just weak. You know, if you listen here. So I went through, where the hell is it? I got it here somewhere. Isn't it in this session? Oh, I think it's up here, yeah. So I did a similar thing. I had Ableton create this stem, and I went through and lined it up, because it was doing something weird. It wasn't quite lining up, so I had to shift it around. And then I had to go through and delete everything in between, like, oh, because it was basically what it was doing was this. I'll play you what the stem was like. The stem was this. But I didn't want all that. I just wanted the kick. So I got. Does get a clap, that's fine. I just want to beef up the kick, right? And even then, I still have to go through the whole song and listen, and there'd be one kick that just wasn't quite there, so I'd have to shift it to the left or right a millisecond or something to get it back in phase, because it's got to be right in phase. So I ended up with this. So here's the original track. I'm bringing the kick. Here's the kick. Without it. And then with it. That took a few more hours to do. But I knew and the other thing was I'd done so much work on the I didn't know the 2-track was so bad till I got all these other parts. I'm like, I kind of produced myself into a corner. So this was like I had to figure out a way to move it forward without undoing what I had done. So then I did that, and then I'm listening to it. I'm like, there's no real snare drum in there. It's like all these sticks, because this track was just one of these goofy, 2 o'clock in the morning things where I'm kind of stoned, and I'm like, let me make this. I mean, listen, what kind of freaking track is this? Like, what is this? What is this? So there's no snare. So I spent a lot of time going around, and I just grabbed a ton of snares. And I didn't want to play them in. They've got to lay in just the right way. So I went in and I just kind of like put them on the backbeat for a couple bars, and went through about 20 or 30 of these things till I found one I liked. And then I went through and shifted them around. And some of them actually, they're not necessarily hitting exactly with the kick. I wanted them to drag a little bit. So I found this. This is actually Noble. What is Noble and Cooley? Noble and Cooley, which I know people, I don't think I've ever actually used one, but I always find samples of these snares. But this is the snare I chose here. Oh, yeah, and I would pitch them sometimes on the ghost notes and stuff like that. So if you listen to the 2-track with the new kick, and I'm going to bring the snare in and out. So here it is without the snare. Now with it. Without it. With it. I was like, okay, fine, we're getting there. So finally the beat and all this going on while I'm trying to work on the video. And then I'm like, shit, I'm in this far. I wanted to beef up the guitar, but I also thought, oh, what if I had a harmony with that guitar part? So I got that Sears guitar. Yeah, Harper's not been here since I got this. Yeah, it's a Sears guitar. So I got this, and I've been playing with it. It's actually in the music video. I actually ended up using it. And it was one of those things where I should have been working on the video, and I was down here, I guess it was like 10 or 11 at night, and I was just like, maybe I'll play it, and thought, oh, I like the way this guitar sounds. And I ended up staying up almost all night long, just kind of playing along with the song. And I thought, oh, there's actually a cool harmony I can do with it, which, kitchen sink production. So I ended up adding that. So now we've got, we've got the main track and the snare and the kick. And then I've got the guitar. I was able to kind of retrieve the guitar. So we've got this. And I added in this harmony. Which is this. But it was a bitch to play because the way I'm playing the original guitar, I don't play like that anymore. I do a lot more hammer-ons and sliding around and all that. I was articulating the notes a lot more, and I needed it could be a little sloppy. Actually, it's a little funky how I'm playing it with the original one. Let me pull up this isolated one here as best as I can. So it's like... So that was another thing that kept me up all night long and not working on the video. But now I got it in the track. So now I ended up with, let me add up all those parts now. Yes, this is going to become a theme here. Like, how much stupid shit can Billy do in his songs? So this. Coming together. So, and then, if you watch the video, there's a bunch of other stuff in there. Oh, the other thing was I realized the synth was getting a little lost. So I actually, from my old Pro Tools session, did have the keyboard part isolated. That part. But I just needed to add it a little bit. So why do I have Melodyne on here? Oh, I think I was trying to figure out the chords. Oh, let me take this off. I don't need that in there. And so it's just barely in there just to kind of add with it, with the original one. I wasn't so worried about the phasing on this one because it just sounds weird anyway. So it's just nudged in there a little bit, Now the main issue I've got is that there's an 808 part in here that if I bring it on the big speakers here, there's an 808 part that I'm kind of dealing with sonically because I don't really like it. So I've got, hold on, Pro Q3 knocking that down. But I did find a cool little melody inherent in the 808 that I think I want to integrate into the song. I didn't realize it, only did it a couple times. Yeah, I'm knocking down, what is that right there? I'm knocking down 46 hertz. So I got... what it is this. But I don't really want that in there so much anymore. But then it does this boom, 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 boom. It only happens like 3 times at the end of the song. It's like, oh, I didn't realize that. It does this boom, boom. It's like, okay, I might have to go back and do something on the bass with that. I didn't even notice it till like the other day when I was working on it. So that's the other thing I got to deal with. And then, of course, we got all the vocals and everything. So I just got to figure out. And there is legitimately probably too many damn things going on, So it's like, okay, I put a bunch of shit in here. What, what do I turn down and all that sort of stuff. So, probably this is one of those songs I need to mix backwards because this song, the whole song is actually not that long because it's got this little thing at the beginning. It's a weird arrangement. I've got like one verse, and then there's like a thing that happens, and then there's another thing that happens, and then there's the end, and that's kind of it. So let's see. It's right now. It's kind of like. Well, it's getting up to 4 minutes. Well, actually, hold on. I copied and pasted a bunch of stuff on there. Probably half the song is just this ending chant thing. And I'm going to let it be like that. This is not like a single or anything. It's just a freaking weird damn song. So I just got to figure out how to put it all together. So I'm going to start playing through it a little bit. And, no, I haven't tried Arturia's mixed drums. I've not tried that. All right, so let me try this from the beginning here.
I felt so abandoned for the way I had become. The circles stolen, blown away. It's time to run. I gave up, I broke down, I let it go now. And they thought I would die. I gave up, I closed down, and they know now that I'm coming
I got to make these guitars a little more groovy here. That's one thing. I mixed it for the video, and then now I realize I got to go back and mix it for an actual mix. So let's see, what am I going to do here? Oh, wait a sec. Wait. So yeah, now that I got this isolated guitar thing here, is this thing? It's weird. It just sounds dry when I put it with the track. I might put a little delay on that or something to weten it up some. Let's see. Let's try filter delay here. Gotta come up with something here. It just doesn't sound groovy enough. Okay, that's just the delay right there. What I'm doing is I'm offsetting the left and right delay just a little bit, but it needs a lot less. I don't need all that extra shit in there. So that's just the delay. Let me now put it back with the dry part. Come on, save. Oh, I can turn it down. So let's see what that sounds like with the track. I approve that. Let's see what it sounds like right here.
It's time to run. I gave up, I broke down, I let it go now. And they thought I would die. I gave up, I closed down, and they know now that I'm coming
These little answer guitar parts in there, I don't really like them so much now. Da 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 ba da da. I don't know. That seems goofy. Check this out. I think that's just some late night stone shit right there. I'm turning that shit off. That is not cool.
closed down, and they know now that I'm coming alive.
Oh yeah, there's some vocals down here I'm supposed to bring in. Where the hell are they? Oh, it's these. Oh, they're off. No wonder. Yeah, I forgot about that. It's like, where something's missing. Yes, this. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's got to be in there. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, but this bass has got to be thunderous right here. Let's see what do we got. It's all frozen here. I think I can unfreeze it. Hold on. Let me listen to it and make sure it's good. Okay, so it's this. Okay, so unfreeze. Yeah. So it's kind of like the strings kind of delay, you know, like the attack when it hit harder. So I'm actually going to, and I do this a lot with strings. I'll just go ahead and like make sure the first note hits harder. Sometimes I'll program this in Contact. I'm not real crazy about the new Contact. Like it's not laid out. Like half the time I open it up and the view looks different and all that. Sometimes I'll automate these little things up here. But that's if I'm doing a more complex thing. This is just on one track. So I'm actually going to have that first bomb, just the downbeat I want to hit harder. So it'll be like, I just want it to hit pretty hard on that first note. I think that's pretty cool. It does sound like a foghorn. I think it's the only thing doing that there. Hold on. Yeah, it does kind of sound like that. I also want it to hit a little harder on the downbeat of this next section. Oh, come on. listen to the bass a little bit without the distractions. Hold on. We got so much shit going on here. Hold on. That sounds pretty good. How about right here? Yeah, that's too loud. Okay, yeah, so that is on the same subgroup as this. So I gotta automate that. Ooh, man, that shit was loud. How do I have this set up? I got. Jesus. Wait, what's all this stuff? Oh, we're not using that down there. That's just too freaking loud. I'm going to turn... Do I have any... Okay, I don't have any compressor. I'm going to... Oh, my God. I'm... What the hell am I doing here? What the hell is going on here?
There is hope. There is...
He's got a lot of low end in his voice. I'm gonna. It's loud, but it's also just thick.
There is hope. There is hope. There is hope. There is hope.
Uh-oh. I think I have a lot of low end in my voice too, just for a high note. It is a little. It's yeah. It's all. Yeah, it's all got to. It's all got to be a little thinner to fit in the mix. It's all just too dang. I mean, I want it there. I just don't want it there that much. Take out some of that lower mid-range. Like a lot of times on these kind of vocals, I will thin out the vocals a ton. I also think they're all too damn loud. And they're going through that same group. So I'm just going to turn them down, pushing into that group. I think the mix between them is pretty good. I don't know, something like... Wait, what was I at negative? It's like negative 10. Let me bring it down a couple dB or so. Yeah, and I got it automated where it comes down a little quiet, like as other parts come in, it goes more into the background. It's one of those things I want it in there, but I don't want it in there too much. It's just a fine line, almost like a pad. So if I take it out, you notice it going away. If I put it back in, you hear something coming back. You're not necessarily going, oh, here's a bunch of vocals in there. But that's a hard thing to get right sometimes. There it is with it. Without it. With it. I think that works pretty good. I'm going to leave that for now. Then I got to do this thing. And this is the other thing. I was like, I doubled him. I don't know if I really like it. So he comes in and he goes.
Keep me sane, keep me strong, give me strength to carry on. Give me light, give me sight, let me see what's wrong or right. Let me know, help me grow, help me reach that next plateau. Take me where my future glows, a place of everlasting show.
So I did double him, but he's hard to double, man. Like, he's got such weird phrasing, plus my voice. The harmonies are cool. I don't know about the doubling. Here's me doubling him.
Keep me sane, keep me strong, give me strength to carry on. Give me light, give me sight, let me see what's wrong or right. Let me know, help me grow, help me reach that next plateau. Take me where my future glows, a place of everlasting show. Keep me sane, keep me.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I like my double in there. It's just hard to. It's not, it's my style.
Keep me sane, keep me strong, give me strength to carry on. Give me light, give me sight, let me see what's wrong or right. Let me know, help me grow.
Yeah, I don't like that. I'm going to take that out. I think the main thing is he's just, he was singing on that ribbon mic, and he's got kind of a dark voice. I mean, there's a lot of like S sound and but there's like the mid range or the upper mid range is not very present in his voice. And I had him on that ribbon mic, so it's kind of like I gotta make it more present. Thanks, Star Girl. Oh, thanks. I'm glad you like the drums on this. It's a weird one. Yeah, I think I just gotta like make him pop out more. Once the harmonies come in, we're good.
Keep me strong, give me strength to carry on. Give me light, give me sight, let me see what's wrong or right. Let me know, help me grow, help me reach that next plateau. Take me where my future glows, a place of everlasting show. Keep me sane, keep me strong.
Oh, why didn't it loop? Why didn't it? Come here.
Keep me strong, give me strength to carry on. Give me light, give me sight, let me see what's wrong or right. Let me know, help me grow, help me reach that next plateau. Take me where my future glows, a place of everlasting.
Hold on, let me look up my universal audio processing here real quick. What do I have? Oh, I'm good for now. I'll have to freeze the track. Although there's this weird thing in Ableton. If I'm using a bunch of universal audio plugins and I freeze them, they kind of don't go away. They're still there. Like they still take up the this little processing window here. So like, let's see, I'll show you an example. It's weird. It really bugs me. Actually, I'll go back to the bass because there's definitely got two universal audio things on the bass, right? So here I've got the Ampeg amp and the Fairchild plugin, right? Universal audio. So watch the meter here. Of course, watch it go down now. But watch now. If I'm in Pro Tools and it's not showing it when I hit freeze. Okay, just look where it is. It says 57% and then 32% and 2. In Pro Tools, if I freeze something, it's like the plugin went away. Okay. I swear this is happening. Watch. I'm going to freeze the bass. Wait, now it's going down. Jesus Christ. All right, while it's freezing, did I unlock the essence of Lenny Kravitz during the recording of this song? I mean, I don't know. I don't think so. I don't really listen to much Lenny Kravitz. I was just grooving. Smoke Spun, you'll double it. I need to get Sky back over here. Okay, watch this meter here. Let's see if this thing goes down. It's now at 55%. Harper, this thing's going to make me a liar. Now it went back, well, it moved. And it drives me nuts because, you should be able to freeze it and the processing should come back, and it doesn't. It's also taking, I don't know why. Maybe it's taking a long time because it's got these damn little regions in here and shit. Thanks. Yeah, it's like, Michael, I'm thinking about saturating. That was my next thing. I might hit it with some saturation. I'm really into Earth, Wind, and Fire. Like, that's one of my favorite bands in the whole world of all freaking time. And I don't know, I've been thinking about them a lot lately. And this song definitely is in that vibe. And, of course, Sky is into that stuff. And we were actually listening to some of that last night on the turntable while working on finishing up the video and all that. Sky, I don't know where Sky's been. He's in and out of different realities and stuff. I don't quite understand his life. It's like I hit him up. Actually, I texted him today. He's an artist. He's floating out there, man. I got to tell you, I don't always understand him. Let me see. Did he respond yet? No. Nope. No response yet. Well, yeah, he said he was opening a restaurant, but he says things and there's sometimes some accuracy or it's kind of what's happening, but then it's not really what's happening.
Sometimes it's aspirational.
Yeah, I don't know. Now there was something where he's like doing an open mic, or there's some singing thing that he's hosting. I know he does a bunch of stuff like that in local bars. Like he'll go out there and it's like everybody around town knows him. And he's always at these bars and singing and jumping up on stage and doing these like showcases and what do you call it? Open mics and all that. But he just disappears. And everybody in music business in this town knows him. Okay, look, what did I say? It was 57% before. It's now at 54%. So it went down. But that doesn't seem like much. Now, okay, watch this. I'm going to do this. Okay, I'm going to hit save. I'm just going to hold on. So it said 54%, right? Now watch. I'm going to delete this track. Yeah, it went down to 46%. See, I'm telling you. There's it kind of brought it down, but it's almost like the plugins are still there in the background. So anyway, the whole reason I brought it up is because I want to add this EQ to Sky's vocal, and I can get some nice high end on it. It's the Manly, what did they call it? It's the Manly something or something. It's the, hold on, let me pull it up. I can never remember. I have to look at it. I can't remember the name of anything. Let's see. It's Universal Audio. Okay, it's the Manly Massive Passive. That's what it is. Where is it? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, F. Good Lord, where the hell? God, I got all their well, not all of them. I'm supposed to have all of them, but I don't. Now, why are all these different versions here? Massive Passive. That's let me just stick it on there, I guess. Oh, wait, here we go. Massive Passive Mono. Okay, so here's a cool trick with this plugin. Oh, let me see what that just brought my processing up. Hold on. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, hold on. Let's see what it's saying now. Yeah, that just added 20% more processing back onto the whole damn thing. But I need it. So I'm going to turn off this EQ here. Now, here's the cool thing about this thing. People normally use Massive Passive as their mastering thing, and I hardly ever use it on my master fader. I mostly actually use this thing for vocals because of what it does on the high end. Check it out. I can go
Keep me strong.
If I use go to the high frequency here, I put it on boost and I use the bell shape and I give it a pretty narrow bandwidth, I can crank the hell out of it and it'll give me like this air up there that's really cool.
Keep me strong, give me strength to carry on. Give me light, give me sight. Let me see what's wrong or right. Let me know, help me grow, help me reach that next plateau. Take me where my future.
Of course, thing with Sky, he gets kind of spitty. There's a lot of stuff like that in his vocal.
Keep me strong, give me strength.
Yeah, I think I got to put the de-esser after the EQ. Actually, I might put it after the compressor.
Keep me strong, give me strength to carry on. Give me light, give me sight. Let me see what's wrong or right. Let me know, help me grow, help me reach that next plateau. Take me where my future glows, a place of everlasting show. Keep me strong, give me strength to carry.
It's a little, but with his own vocal, solo vocal. Let me put it in the mix, see what it sounds like. Sometimes this really works.
Keep me strong, give me strength to carry on. Give me light, give me sight. Let me see what's wrong or right. Let me know, help me grow, help me reach that next plateau. Take me where my future
I like that.
goes, a place of everlasting show. Keep me sane, keep me strong, give me strength to carry on. Give me light, give me sight. Let me see what's wrong or right. Let me know, help me grow, help me reach that next plateau. Take me where my future glows, a place of everlasting show. Keep me sane, keep me strong, give me strength to carry on. Give me light, give me sight. Let me see what's wrong or right. Let me know, help me grow, help me reach that next plateau. Take me where my future glows, a place of everlasting show. Keep me sane, keep me strong, give me strength to carry on. Give me light, give me sight. Let me see what's wrong or right. Let me know, help me grow, help me reach that next plateau. Take me where my future glows, a place of everlasting show. Keep me sane, keep me strong, give me strength to carry on.
Yeah, sometimes these 1176 plugins, I love them sometimes, but sometimes they squash things, and they just freaking, I can't get the input down enough to really compress in the right way. I think I'm just gonna like hit it with a little bit of the Ableton compressor. It's amazing how much I can get out of that thing sometimes. It's actually not bad. I just want to hit it a little bit. I kind of like it kind of coming in and out a little bit.
Glows, a place of everlasting show. Keep me sane, keep me strong, give me strength to carry on. Give me light, give me sight. Let me see what's wrong or right. Let me know, help me grow, help me reach that next plateau. Take me where my future glows, a place of everlasting show. Keep me sane, keep me strong, give me strength to carry on. Give me light, give me sight. Let me see what's wrong or right. Let me know, help me grow, help me reach that next plateau. Take me where my future glows, a place of everlasting show. Keep me sane, keep me strong, give me strength to carry on. Give me light, give me sight. Let me see what's wrong or right. Let me know, help me grow, help me reach that next plateau.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. I was just squashing it. I was giving it too much of a rock and roll thing. But I am going to make a delay, kind of more just for vocals. Oh, what's this? Echo chant. What the fuck is that? Hold on. I'm not really doing anything like that. Hold on. Let me go. I'm going to make this Echo Boy here. I'm going to put an Echo Boy plugin on here. Let's see. Where is it? Do I have it in my favorites here? Echo Boy. Yes, I do. I'm going to use Echo Boy. And I like to use the telephone setting most of the time for this sort of stuff. I mean, I mean, Echo Boy's got a million cool presets in here. I swear I just kind of use, there's a couple I just kind of always just use, you know. Let me see about this. Let me do this. I just feel like there needs to be a kind of echo on this song, delay that none of the other, because this other one is kind of long here.
Close, a place of everlasting show. Keep me sane, keep me strong, give me strength to carry on. Give me light, give me sight, let me see what's wrong or right. Let me know, help me grow, help me reach that next plateau. Take me where my future glows, a place of everlasting show. Keep me sane, keep me strong, give me strength to carry on. Give me light, give me sight, let me see what's wrong or right. Let me know, help me grow, help me reach that next plateau. Take me where my future glows, a place of everlasting show. Keep me sane, keep me strong, give me strength to carry on. Give me light, give me sight, let me see what's wrong or right. Let me know, help me grow, help me reach that next plateau. Take me where my future glows, a place of everlasting show. Keep me sane, keep me strong, give me strength to carry on. Give me light, give me sight, let me see what's wrong or right. Let me know, help me grow, help me reach that next plateau. Take me where my future glows, a place of everlasting show. Keep me sane, keep me strong, give me strength to carry on. Give me light, give me sight, let me see what's wrong or right. Let me know, help me grow, help me reach that next plateau. Take me where my future glows, a place of everlasting show. Keep me sane, keep me strong, give me strength to carry on. Give me light, give me sight, let me see what's wrong or right. Let me know, help me grow.
Yeah, telephone is maybe a little too whatever. I'm gonna just use tape setting here.
Close, a place of everlasting show. Keep me sane, keep me strong, give me strength to carry on. Give me light, give me sight, let me see what's wrong or right. Let me know, help me grow, help me reach that next plateau. Take me where my future glows, a place of everlasting show. Keep me sane, keep me strong, give me strength to carry on. Give me light, give me sight, let me see what's wrong. Let me know, help me grow, help me reach that next plateau. Take me where my future goes, a place of everlasting show. Keep me safe.
Oh yeah. Oh, hold on. I still got shit here from my video.
Keep me sane.
I got to get rid of that shit. Hold on. Yeah, and this is kind of going back to the video. I was demonstrating the difference between tuned and untuned vocals for those of you who had not seen the video. And so I'm going like from here where it's just really nothing's really tuned to totally tuning the vocals.
That next plateau, take me where my future glows, a place of
Not to
everlasting
tuned.
show. Keep me sane, keep me strong, give me strength to carry on.
I mean, and you know, in the mix, it's like the untuned vocals are way wider, obviously, because there's more variation.
That next plateau, take me where my future
This is untuned, going into tuned.
everlasting show. Keep me sane, keep me strong, give me strength to carry on. Give me light.
Yeah. So, yeah, I have Melodyne. I need to take all this shit off. I think I had. Oh, wait a sec. Hold on. Did I? Yeah, I think I had that. Hold on. That's why it's jumping like that, because I think it starts right there. Yeah. Yeah, let me get rid of all this shit. I forgot I had this. I thought I had another session saved. Whoops. No, not that. Yeah, hold on to get rid of this. I was like, why is it jumping? It's like, oh, yeah, this is the tuned vocals. Hell with that stuff. Okay, So now I think we're good. Okay, so.
Where my future goes, a place of everlasting show. Keep me.
Yeah, and the main thing is like, I could make more. I don't want to end up with too many tracks, so I've got to do this crossfade here. So let's see, this is 8 bars here. So I got to go like this. I got to go. I think I can make it work. So let's go. I gotta do this. If I link them all, I think I can do them all at the same time. I go, whoops, like this. I want that note to extend across, but I don't want to lose the impact of the next line.
Place of everlasting show. Keep me.
Well, why?
Everlasting show. Keep me sane.
I must have still a damn Melodyne thing on here. Hold on.
Everlasting show. Keep me sane. Keep me strong.
I guess I thought I got rid of that stuff. Oh no, I just got rid of the damn. I know what's going on. Hold on. I got to actually get rid of the track or the plugin. Okay, that doesn't. Oh no, that has it. Yeah, I can get rid of this one. Okay. Yeah, this is all from working on the video, which, for those of you who don't know, I just put a video out today. Kit, if you want to put the link up there, everybody make sure to go like that and watch it and share it. This is all the vestiges of working on that damn video. Because I was like, oh, I got to demonstrate this stuff. And then I was like, oh, that's going to actually be hard to do. Like,
keep me sane, keep me strong.
Yeah, I can get rid of that, although it's not. Wait, which track is this? This is Hume Chant. Oh my God, I got so many tracks on here. Yeah, I can get rid of that. Okay, and then, yeah, I did take all these damn things off. Yeah, here's one.
Oh, keep me sane.
Yeah.
Oh, keep me sane.
Yeah, I don't want all that crap in there. That was the whole point of the video, not using that stuff. Wait, what did I just delete? Oh, I had auto-tune going at the same time. Yeah, I tried it with Melodyne, and it wouldn't quite.
Oh, keep me sane.
Although I know people who use Melodyne and auto-tune. Like, seriously, they'll like, oh, I go Melodyne into auto-tune. I'm like, what? Like, yeah. I'm like, shit. Yeah, let me get rid of this crap. That's another reason. This is all, the auto-tune's all universal audio. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. I forgot. I had all this in here. That's just something people do. They will, why is it like that? No, this needs to go. That and Melodyne. Yeah.
Give me strength to carry on.
Yeah, that can go. Just making sure I legitimately didn't have some Melodyne in here for some damn reason, but I definitely wouldn't have auto-tune. I don't ever use auto-tune. I don't like anything being auto. Oh, we're taking the choice away from you. It's just, oh, you can go in there. It's like, yeah, but it's still auto-tune. I don't want anything to be auto. No. Okay, here we go. Now we got it. So, boom.
Place of everlasting show. Keep me sane.
Yeah, I think I can extend the fade out a little bit longer.
Everlasting show. Keep me sane. Keep me strong.
And then I got to do it again because this thing's supposed to repeat over and over and over and over and over again. Well, okay, maybe not that many times. That'd be over and over and over and over. Oh, isn't that what I said? I actually do think that's what I said. So I got to go 16. I'd much rather stack the tracks, but Jesus, this song's got too many freaking things in it already. It's like, you know. I mean, of course, that song I was showing on another stream recently had more tracks by far. A lot more. Okay, so we're going to go boom, like this.
Everlasting show. Keep me sane. Keep me strong. Give me strength. Lasting show. Keep me sane. Keep me strong.
And then on the end, I just got to get the, got to unlink them though. I wish there was a key command in Ableton to turn off and on linking, but it's like this thing you gotta choose per track. I like that in Pro Tools that I can choose to link or unlink things. You know, grouping. I can temporarily sustain a group by doing the key command and then have them regrouped. With Ableton, I got to keep turning it off and on, selecting the tracks. All right, so here's what's going to happen now. It's going to go like this.
My future glows, a place of everlasting show. Keep me safe, keep me strong, give me strength to carry on. Give me light, give me sight, let me see what's wrong or right. Let me know, help me grow, help me reach that next plateau. Take me where my future goes, a place of everlasting show. Keep me safe, keep me strong, give me strength to carry on. Give me light, give me sight, let me see what's wrong or right. Let me know, help me grow, help me reach that next strength to carry on. Give me sight, no, help me grow, help me reach that next plateau. Take me where my future goes, a place of everlasting show. Keep me safe, keep me strong, give me strength to carry on. Give me light, give me sight, let me see. Let me know, help me grow, help me reach that next plateau. Take me where my future goes, a place of everlasting show. Keep me safe, keep me strong, give me strength to carry on. Give me light, give me sight, let me see what's wrong or right. Let me know, help me grow, help me reach that next plateau. Take me where my future goes, a place of everlasting show. Keep me safe, keep me strong, give me strength to carry on.
I'm not going to have him do it that third time, that fourth time. Maybe I'm going to... Maybe I fade him out. I don't know. Yeah, I think I might. Maybe I'll only have him go around twice. Yeah.
The everlasting show. The everlasting show. Keep me safe, keep me strong, give me strength to carry on.
Hey, my musical success journey. How's it going?
Let me see what's wrong or right. Let me know, help me grow, help me reach that next plateau. Take me where my future goes, a place of everlasting show. Keep me safe, keep me strong, give me strength to carry on. Give me light, give me sight, let me see what's wrong or right. Let me know, help me grow, help me reach that next plateau. Take me where my future goes, a place of everlasting show. Keep me safe.
Yeah, I'm only going to have it go twice. Yeah, it doesn't need to go around again. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that instead. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I need to get rid of this shit. Hold on.
You know, there's kind of something in chat kind of made me think of something, and it was Smokespun was just saying that they used to use auto-tune a lot, and that it really stemmed from them being uncomfortable with their own music, the sound of their own voice.
Yeah.
And that they think a lot of times, actually, when people are using autotune, it kind of stems more from that. And kind of perhaps inspired by your video today, Billy, I was thinking about how, it used to be either you got to where you were okay with your talent and you were, learned how to be better and decided that you were just going to move forward with whatever your limitations were. Or you didn't play or sing or whatever. It's like you either got over it in one way or another and got better, or you quit. And now, because so many people can fix stuff, I think that a lot of times people end up making themselves sound the same as everybody else out of more insecurity than anything else. And that, I think that ability to fix yourself is part of what leads to what you've called the sound-alike syndrome.
Yeah, well, I also feel like that is true. However, it's amazing to me how many people younger people I'll talk to and that'll come into the studio and we're working and they're like, oh, we can do that. Like, I think a lot of people just do it because that's how they're taught. Like in the video, I talk about like how if you go online and you look at music production YouTube videos, the vast majority of them, I mean, not a lot of the guys I watch, because I'm watching guys like JJ Blair and, that other guy. And there's a couple guys that are like still mixing on consoles and all that. But most of the stuff out there is somebody teaching you how to use software. There's not a bunch of stuff out there. When they think of music production, they think like, do I know all my Pro Tools shortcuts? Do I know my Ableton shortcuts? Here's a cool trick. And I like looking at that. I mean, there's a couple guys that with cool Ableton tricks. I'm like, oh yeah, that's great. But hardly anybody actually talks about like how to actually be good and the idea of production more as an artistic thing and kind of all the stuff that to me comes before the software. And I think a lot of people aren't thinking about there's this whole other thing that happens before the freaking software. Or as Jason Kingsland was saying in the video, a variation of that, like knowing that you can be punched in, knowing you can be tuned, but it's also the same producers. Their production starts with the software. That's where it starts. It starts with, hey, I'm going to pull up some loops off Splice or something like that. And I get it because you got to work quickly and all that. But to me, it's kind of like, hey, I got my guitar. Oh, I got a little song idea, whatever. And then like, oh, what does that mean to me? And all this maybe I'm just being too deep about it. Maybe I'm just kind of being an old fart like, oh, you want to like have some meaning. I must look at my childhood. Why was I alive? I mean, that's why I got into music.
And I guess part of what I was getting at too is that people can self-doubt themselves out of what makes them special. And I think that some of the audio tools that people have available to them, they end up reaching for these tools because they doubt their own performance.
Yeah, I guess I was like, maybe if I had come up more in these times because I'm not a good singer and the way I used to sing, it was funny actually, Kit. I was playing Alice Cooper's School's Out, and the album, not the song School's Out, which I don't really like. If anybody's ever listened to Alice Cooper's School's Out album, the actual single School's Out is the worst song on the album. But anyway, I was playing all the other stuff like Street Fight, and they got part of like West Side Story's got a remake of some of the music. And Griffin said, oh, he sings the way you used to sing. Because back then, I sing now in that soft voice, but back then I was singing up here because I didn't know I could. I mean, I did falsetto for harmonies. I didn't really find the voice that most of y'all are hearing now. I didn't find that until much later in life.
Gosh, maybe in your 30s even.
Yeah. Well, it was like right at the end of
the
20s. Like when we started dating and I started getting more in production.
You were just kind of getting
figuring
into
it out.
then.
And then the production and mixing career hit. And I'm like, I guess I'm doing that. But point being, I knew I wasn't a great singer, but I didn't realize how bad of a singer I was until I started gigging a lot. And then people would come up and say, maybe you should get a singer. And it really bummed me out, but I was just so pissed off anyway. I was like, no, I want to do it. I would just do it anyway. And then I actually got more self-conscious of my voice as I got older. And I actually found some sessions, it was like years ago, where I there were some plugins that you could put on your voice to alter the sound of the voice. I don't even know how to describe it. And I was trying it out. It was right when I started working on Long Distance Runner, and I was like, well, and then finally I was like, screw it. And then I just sat down and started thinking about how can I sing. I mean, actually, the beginning of this song is more the way I used to sing, like right here. This is how I used to sing kind of here, although not this low.
I felt so abandoned for the
Actually, not that part.
No, not that part.
This part right here. This is how I used to sing all the time.
I gave up, I broke down, I let it go now. And they thought I would die. I gave up, I closed down, and they know now that I'm coming alive.
Yeah, all that screaming. This is how I used to sing.
I mean, even that's a little softer than some of the stuff on on Frisbee Bomb Craters.
Yeah. But I do think that people just think that that's how it's done. It's like, for instance, having a band come in, and I would have this happen. Like, I remember the first time I had Rehab in the studio, and they're all Rehab at that time, still is, but there was a different group of musicians, all great musicians, and they played live all the time, right? They get in the studio, and I set them all up like, we're going to play together live. They're like, what? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, well, I thought we'd lay down the drums, and then we'd it's like, why would you do that? You guys play together live all the time. It had never occurred to them, and it was crazy for a bunch of guys who are studio musicians and had a career. They came up in a time where they would go in the studio and somebody like, oh, play bass or guitar. We already put the drums down. Like, they'll literally have the drummer have a click, 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 and the drummer plays the song without hearing anybody. And I'm like, well, listen, even if we're gonna redo everything, and we're still going to play together. Well, the drummer knows the song, yeah, but he should hear the parts as he's playing. They were like, so they did it, and they're like, oh. I mean, I was blown away. It's amazing how people, or even with Priska, not quite the same thing, but Priska, who I was working with for a long time, plays piano. She sits and sings. I first started working with her. She'd be standing up. I just didn't like her vocals so much. It's like, why don't you sit down when you sing? She says, can I do that? I'm like, I mean, I don't know. When you're gigging, you mostly sit. Yeah. Why don't you sit when you're doing vocals? Hell, I had her laying on a couch sometimes, literally singing, laying on her back, laying on a couch. It's like there's all these ideas people think, oh, I'm supposed to stand at a vocal mic in a vocal booth and sing. I'm like, no, I don't. You know how many times I tell people I don't want you to sing? Please don't sing for me. Do not sing. I just want you to emote. I just want you to have fun with the song. But I don't want you to come in here and I'm going to sing now. No. But it's the same thing. Getting back to the auto-tune thing, and like a vocal align is another thing that blows me away. Now, I do get it. There's some vocal align plugins that are kind of designed more for movie dialogue. So let's say somebody's working on a movie and they're saying something on set, and then later on they don't like the sound or they don't like the tone or whatever. They got to go back and do what they call ADR. Yeah, ADR, where you got to redo your lines, but you got to try to match the voice. And now it's just easier. Like, well, if you got the original voice there, you just use the software, match it up. I get that. It's just for a fucking movie. But the idea that you're going to have a bunch of people singing harmonies and then I'm going to line up all the vocals, it's like, are you that bad of a singer? Like, seriously. Like if I work with the String Dusters and they're a great band and amazing, and you actually look at their vocals, they're not all phrasing the words all exactly the same way, but it still works because they have their own tone. They know how to make it work. Why are you going to use vocal? But it's like, if you look online, here's this software. If you want to produce, you have to have vocal align. I haven't had vocal. Actually, for this video, I was going to I'm going to show vocal align, right? It now uses this thing called ARA. It's a different type of plugin, which neither of my DAWs here are upgraded enough to run them. Or no, I need a new operating system or something like that. So I couldn't get them. But not only that, they don't offer free versions. Now, I found this one place that he says, oh, you can upload your files and we'll auto-align them, and then you can download them. But it was a long story. It was a fucking nightmare. Oh, my God, I spent hours on it. And in the end, it was like, it just all sounded like shit. But why are you going to auto-align everything? You know, like what's the freaking point? Why are you going to tune it all? You know, it's like the best way I can describe it. Here, let me just show this to you. I got it in here. Let me see if I can find this little thing here. Oh, yeah, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. I think it's right here. Is programmed or edited to be perfectly on beat, on grid. And they even do this to live instrumentation. But since everything is hitting at the same time, it means that every impact is literally thinner. And people do this because that's what they see everybody else do. And most videos about music production focus on how to use software to achieve musical perfection. But I think one of the biggest mistakes people make when working on music today is worrying too much about perfection and not thinking about feeling or emotion. Now, I don't have any old school... There's that, but the thing I was actually wanting to show is this. And this is actually, oh yeah, this is it right here. This is the thing that actually got me thinking about doing this whole video, because this is huge with tuning. This right here, look at this. And it's why is older music bigger and all that? Well, this right here, look at this. Doubled. Most of today's music is perfectly in tune. Every vocal, bass, keyboard, guitar, whatever instrument are all playing smack dab in the middle of each note. They're all on top of each other. And there's all this space in between. But everything wasn't perfectly in tune in older music. Everything was more spread out. Less space between the notes and a bigger sound. And all of this, boom, that right there. That right there is what it is. That little part is what made me want to make this freaking video. Like knowing that the way things were tuned. Like, I'll go back to the infamous string dusters. It's like acoustic instruments. Everybody tunes to something and they have a tuner, right? But then they listen to each other in tune. Like, they'll adjust. Because, you know, like if you're playing an acoustic guitar and you tune your open strings, but then you'll know that on your guitar, oh, well, actually up here, the tuning's not quite right. So I'm actually playing up here a lot more. So they'll adjust listening to other people. If you actually solo up the acoustic guitar or the fiddle or the dobro on an infamous string dusters record, you'll hear like, it's not totally in tune, but together it's this, like it's like there's a chorus effect on everything, but in this really natural way, that's really fucking beautiful. That's how older records used to be. And now everything's so freaking in tune. Everything's like on top of each other. And I know I'm just ranting here, but it's like, that's the thing that made me want to make the video, but it's the same with timing. That everything's like right here, right? And to a certain degree, it's not even the fact that it's perfectly on beat. It's just that everything's hitting at the same time, as opposed to like the kick hits and then the bass is here, but then the guitarist is hitting a little in front. So everybody's going, everything's like a slight flam, you know? It just literally makes every impact bigger. It's not about like low end. It's not about tape. It's not about all this technology. It's literally that everybody's not hitting at exactly the same time. So by definition, it's like if there's a note hit and the 5 people are hitting a note on that note and they're all on beat, it's only this big. Whereas opposed if there's a slight flam, it's this fucking big. Obvious. So those are the things that made me want to make the damn video. Which, by the way, put a link up there. Not that everybody, I'm sure everybody that's watching this has probably seen it already, but God, please, I need views. And I got to grow the channel. But yeah, I appreciate everybody watching it and being here and all that. But I know I'm just ranting about it, but it's just like, and people think I'm being some sort of Luddite. Like, oh, you're just some old man ranting and raving. Well, yeah, I'm an old man. I'm ranting and raving, but I'm fucking right. And I use this technology. I don't use auto-tune and all that, but I'm using DAWs and all that stuff. And I'm not some analog purist. It's really about performing, and I'm sure you guys saw this in the video, but for some of you that haven't, let me just show this to you again. This song here that I've been playing, it's got a great freaking groove, you know. It's like, let me get here. Okay, so like great groove, right? If I solo up these tracks one at a time, you're going to think I'm crazy. Like the triangle part, which I played during the live stream, and I had to cut it up because I suck at triangle, but I didn't do it based on it being on grid. I did copy and paste it because it was hard enough to get it, but I kept, that sucker is not on grid. And then if I bring in, what was the next part? Oh yeah, the kalimba part, which belonged to Harper, he brought over. There's two there, but they're flamming. They're not lined up exactly. One's late, one's rushing. I just like the sound of that. Then I added in, oh yeah, this part here. I think I might have been imbibing in something in party favors during the stream. This is like a first take on this part here. This is like I was playing the bass up high through a flanger. Listen to this shit. It was like I was just screwing around, but listen. Actually, it's offbeat, but it's got a vibe. Then I did this guitar part. I mean, look at it. They're not even... The accents are completely opposite, and they're like...
It's funny because it sounds like a mess until it doesn't.
It does sound like a mess.
And then it doesn't.
Yeah, it's like, what? What is going on here? And then I got these little harmonic parts in here. Hold on. I like these harmonic parts, actually. It's one of my most offbeat songs ever. And this is one of those things about doing the live stream. Sometimes if I'm tracking and I'm just grooving, it's kind of like this live performance thing. And then, so anyway, I put in the bass. Where's the bass? Yeah. But if I bring in the whole beat together, and like even the hand claps, we got. I mean, they are looping to a certain degree here, but they're not. I kind of chop. It's weird how I do things, but they're all off. It's not like the same freaking hand clap over and over again. I offset my loops too. Yeah, Michael Hennessy, the timing correction and tuning creates comb filtering, phase problems, and ruins the feel and the vibe. The other interesting thing, now they got these plugins to, like when I was like making this video, I was like, I'll just download an alignment plugin, as a trial thing and use it for the video. And that ended up being a waste of time. I couldn't do it. A lot of alignment plugins are more based on aligning for phase, right? Oh, let's get everything in phase. But my God, I can't tell you how many freaking times I'm working on a drum kit and, I'm visually looking at like a top and bottom snare mic or like the correlation of the room mics. And I'm like, oh, it's halfway out of phase. I throw it in phase and it's like, God damn it, it sounded better when it's kind of halfway out of phase. Just because something's out of phase doesn't make it wrong. And so everybody I know people like, oh, I just throw this plugin on my drums. It makes them sound better. So it goes through the whole drum track, live drums, and like puts everything in phase. I'm like, are you sure? Are you sure? It's crazy. It's crazy. And I can't even explain it. I've literally just seen like mics being technically almost completely out of phase, and they actually sound better that way than when I quote unquote fix them. There is something to the space in between perfection, like when things are right, when this is right or this is right, and that space in between perfection, sometimes that's where the fucking magic happens. That's where I'm trying to be all the time. And I don't think people in the old days were trying to be there. They just were there automatically because they weren't even thinking about it. It didn't even occur to them because they didn't have the opportunity to fix it. They just had to play better or get a better feel or write a better song or, I don't know, drink some more beer. This is actually iced tea. It's actually,
It's an Arnold Palmer.
It's an Arnold Palmer. So, Yeah, and so it can all be done today. Some people look at my videos and they think like, oh, it's like, yeah, I'm missing the point. It's like, I'm not saying that you got to go do it in analog or whatever. I'm just saying that you can actually have spirit. You can have vibe. You can do it. And it's actually easier to do today than the old days. Now, the old days kind of forced you to be better and all that, but you can actually do it. And with me, the live streaming has been life-changing for me because when I first started live streaming, I know I'm a little slow sometimes and I might take too much time on certain things, but I did realize at a certain point, like, I can't do 30 takes of a guitar part, which is stupid anyway. I do it because I actually like punching in and I just like playing, so I'll just do freaking 30 takes and then I'll pick the second one, right? But I realized, I can't do that on live streams. I just have to commit and I have to be more here right now. That was another thing because Jason Kingsland says that in the video, like, you have to be present at that moment right now. And it's amazing how many people kind of aren't present during the session. Their head's somewhere else, so they're thinking, oh, we can fix it. But when I'm live streaming, it's like, okay, I got it. Okay, I know the guitar part. There's people watching. I just have to fucking nail the part. And I kind of focus. But then sometimes I'm like, screw it, you know? And it works out. And it's kind of really, so much of this album I'm working on came from doing live streams and also inspired by the feeling of doing it. Also knowing that there's people watching. It changes the whole mentality of it. But I just don't think that people are present. I don't think they're there. And I don't think there's also, like in the studio, there's this, the idea of I have to perform. It's like, I'm going to get the part down and they'll fix it. That's like, that goes back to the auto-tune thing too. Like guys know, like, I don't even have to try to sing. As long as I'm near the note, I'll just sing up I'll sing up. I'll go up until the auto-tune picks a note and I'll go, oh, that's cool. I'll go, and then auto-tune goes, it's like, it's the stupidest thing. I get it, but come on, man. Yeah, commitment. The best techno music I heard in my life was played by a jazz trio, drums, upright bass, and piano. The sound engineer was also a big part of it. Interesting. Oh, yeah, don't play everything. Smokespun, you got it right there. Don't play everything in the same octaves. Oh my God, that's another thing. Like, I get these clients in and they're like, I want it to sound like this. So they're like playing something and there's like a keyboard part here and then there's a string part up here, an octave above and all that. But they got everything in this one range because the keyboard's right here. So they played everything on the notes right in front of them. It's like, move your hand to the right and then this one to the left. Play one part here, one part here, one part here. And so it's like, I'm only going to be able to get your mix sounding so good because you put all your parts in the same range, spread them out. How big is my control room? Harper, can we show the room shot? Let's see. How big is this?
You're better at estimating distances than I am.
I'm actually, hold on, let me get a tape measure. Can't say something while I'm getting a tape measure.
Well, I haven't told everybody to hit like on the stream video yet, so y'all make sure to give us a like on today's stream video. If you haven't yet, or even if you have, go play Billy's new video that he just released today about why older music sounds better, which I know is closely related to some of Billy's other videos that he's done, but there's always a whole other perspective. This one's kind of cool. It talks, amongst other things, a lot about some of early recording, like from the 50s through the 80s or so. Everybody needs to make sure that you're subscribed to Billy's YouTube channel, Freaking Out with Billy Hume. And you should know that if you ever miss one of these live streams or you have to dip out early and you want to check it out, all of these live streams are archived on Billy's YouTube channel under the Live tab. So if you go to Freaking Out with Billy Hume on YouTube and click on the Live tab, you can find all of these live streams and check them out later. Those of you over on Twitch, thank you for joining us today. For those of you that don't know, we are currently simul-streaming, both here and on YouTube and here on Twitch. So make sure on Twitch to give us a follow, y'all.
All right, so it was 22 by, I had to write it down, 12 and a half. That's the room size here. The ceiling's a little lower. It's not the best control room in the world. I have issues with the low end here. Although this thing I was mixing for Mike Clark Jr., and then I went down to the Zone, my other studio where I love that control room, and it's the first time I've ever taken a mix out of here and gone to the other studio, check the low end, and I didn't have to touch anything. A lot of that has to do with the fact that my garage is right behind me here. So I actually, I used to do car tests all the time, but that was back when we put it on a cassette or a CD, and then it's kind of like, you could mail it to your phone, but I just have issues with like getting my phone to work in car. Anyway, what I did was I actually ran a line out of my DAW and a stereo line of my mix, and it goes to a bump box in the back, a bump box. It takes the +4 balanced line professional signal and knocks it down to a -10 unbalanced signal, and then it goes to the wall, and right on the other side of that wall is my car, and I have a cable, I have a jack sitting out there with an 1/8" jack, and I can just go in the car and plug it. I roll the window down a crack and run the cable in there and plug it into my stereo. I started doing this. It works great. And I can sit in my car and listen to my mix. And I downloaded this little app that I can control Pro Tools with. It's on my phone. I got to see if I can get it to work on this iPad. So I was actually down there and I was able to adjust. I've got to plug in that the AB adapter plugin, which allows me to switch between my mix and then reference mixes. So I can turn that and use that to listen. And then I can go, and I was adjusting some levels in the car. I was actually mixing in the car. I was like, oh, yeah. And then I was able to go down to the other studio, and like I didn't have to touch anything. I was like, oh, it's great. So, yeah, the room's a little weird here. I like it wide like this. Here, go to the room shot again. I like it wide because when I'm collaborating with people, I used to have the studio used to face that way. So it was a long, skinny studio like my other studio. But I couldn't see anybody. I like being able to look over to my left or right and see people. So by having it wide like this, it allows everybody to kind of like be involved, like get closer to the mixer and be right here next to me. I would prefer, as far as the studio is concerned, I'm setting it up more for ergonomics, I guess, or communication, or just workability. At some point,
you spend an inordinate amount of time, fixing your studio to be as workable as possible. Like everything from what you're talking about there, like how are you facing, and does that make it for a better workflow when you're working with people, to like how do you the infamous cable management. But I mean, like,
cable management. Yeah.
But like the fact that you are using these kinds of, you put in the twist ties or what you use, so that you can untwist them real quick, move your cables around, you can do something different. How you lowered the armrest on that desk because it wasn't the right height for you to feel comfortable working. Like so many different things that you do, little tiny things to bigger things in the studio, that just to make it easier to work in so you don't have to think about it or fumble around. And y'all, this is something Billy does constantly.
Yeah, I want it
absolutely constantly.
I want it to be fast and easy to do so I can get to creativity. I see a comment here from God, my eyesight. Yeah, we do need to get the new glasses, Crystal.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Gresham from the UK, and I enjoyed your latest video. In the UK, there's a studio that records with equipment from the pre-60s, and they record that way, the way they did back in the 50s. I think I know what studio you're talking about, because as I was doing this video, oh my God, so many pictures I downloaded to put in the video. I kept coming across this video that they kept referring to as Sugar Ray's studio in England. And I'm thinking, to me, Sugar Ray is this one guy. Is there another Sugar Ray? But I never could see him in the video. But I kept coming across the same video and articles about this one studio where everything's done old school. So maybe that's what you're talking about.
There was a question too. When a mix starts to feel messy or unclear, how do you decide what to fix first?
The worst. Well, I start turning off things and feeling like, okay, what's the thing that's fucking it up the most? That's one way to approach it. And then I try to fix that. The other thing is, it's like, well, let me pull everything out and go back. Actually, this mix right here on this song is verging on being a pile of shit because I guess got too much stuff going on. But I'll go back to what sounds good. Okay, what works good? And then I'm going to bring in the lead vocal, and listen to that. Oh, God, that reminds me. Hold on. I need to work on Rodney's mix. Hold on. This is a client. Let me get a piece of paper here. Hold on,
I was
folks.
actually going to ask you about that today.
Yeah, he already paid me, and I've been screwing around on this damn video. I'll start it tomorrow. Okay, Rodney's mix right here. Boom. I'm not saying there's anything bad about it. All I've done is check the files. I'm not referencing his stuff. It's actually an instrumental. But yeah, so I'll find the things that are good, and then I'll just start bringing in the things that I think support it the most. And often I have to have a conversation with a client about, like, okay, here's the deal. There's a lot of things going on here, and there's these two sounds here, and they're fighting each other.
Pick one.
They both can't be important. One of them has to take precedence. And actually, I ran into this recently on something where he had like this big 808 type sound, but also a bass sound. And it's like, which one? I can kind of make them work together, but you need to pick one because they're stepping all over each other. And they picked one. I said, cool. It's like, that's the thing. And there's no one way of doing it. Like everything is different. I'm not, like every production's different. There's usually different challenges in each one. But either by finding the worst thing and trying to make it sound good, or if it's just it's confusing, let me go back to what I know is working. And then you start to figure out, okay, here's what, and to be honest with you, a lot of times it's something like weird with timing. Like either it's too on beat, or it's just really fucked up, or just God, it's amazing how some of the stuff can't be fixed. And once again, it could be phase as well. Like I've had guys in there where they're like putting kick drums and 808s and stuff like that, and they don't even think about the phase relationships of the kicks and 808s. If you're going to do kicks and 808s, you're doing urban music, it has to be, the kicks and 808s, they have to be all lined up. Sorry. That's not a situation where you can have one out and one in, one out. No, man, that shit you got to go through and make sure that's right. Dance music, urban music, that's a whole different thing. That's the rules on that stuff.
Y'all are sweet. Thank you.
Yes, my brain is always multitasking.
It's the truth. Not mine.
Yeah.
I'm more of a one thing at a time.
Yeah, sorry, I'm looking at comments here.
Yeah, the car mix thing did help quite
Car
a lot.
mix thing is great, and and probably this song I'm gonna have to get out there and do that, because especially there's some issues on this song with the low end that I got to kind of figure out. So yeah, that's gonna have to happen. It's probably not gonna happen today. I'm working on the mix a little bit here, but I think mostly I just kind of need to chill for the rest of the day because I've been working my ass off the last week or so. It's just been absolutely bonkers, all the stuff that I've had to do, and mixing and other stuff. I've been taking on a lot of work, so I might, yeah, I don't know. Of course, I said that. Now watch me end up starting something. Why are you smiling? I swear I'm going to relax tonight. I promise you. Don't look at me like that. I'm going to relax. I'm going to relax. I'm dedicated. I'm going to relax. Whether it kills me or not. I'm going to relax. Tonight. What do you think, Harper? Am I going to relax tonight? I hope so. He said he hopes so. No, you're right. I got
repeat
tired.
the question.
Huh?
You should repeat the question.
Okay. Question. Was there a time around the late 90s when every rock record did super annoying sidechain with very slow release, or am I tripping? You might be tripping, but no, God. The whole sidechain thing kind of drives me nuts. It got to the point like, what is going on? Why? Oh my God, no. I think the side, and then, it's amazing how little side chaining I actually do compared to some people. They think everything is just like side. It's got a side chain. Oh, we got a side chain. Oh, we got a side chain. Oh, we got a side chain. No, you don't need to fucking side chain everything. I've got a few little things that I do, I mean, I don't know. I just really feel like if you just get the parts right, and that's another thing I talk about in the video, that when you have great musicians playing together and people really talented, they're literally mixing as they go, whether they realize it or not. They're adjusting their playing. They're doing things to kind of make a bunch of that shit not necessary. Like people go, oh, I always sidechain the bass. Well, you know what? If your bass player is kind of playing in the pocket, you wouldn't have to do that. You know, if what I'll do is, like, if the bass player is out of the pocket, I'll just nudge the bass part slightly back behind the kick drum. Boom, no need to sidechain. Why are they sidechaining the bass? Because, oh, it's too much low end hitting. Well, you know what? You know what sounds great is if the bass player plays behind the drums just slightly. No sidechaining needed because the kick drum hits and a split second later the bass hits. Better sound. You know, you could sidechain or you could just nudge the damn part. So then the low end's not hitting it all at the same time, and you get this cool, quick thing like that. You get to hear the attack of the bass. You know, it's like there's other solutions for this stuff that you don't need to go out and buy all this software. And I got to tell you, I about said this in the video, and but the video is getting so damn long. But I really feel like there's this push to convince everybody to keep buying software. Oh, you got to have this plugin. You got to have this plugin. You have this plugin. Oh, you got to upgrade. I'm on. Let's see, my version, I'm actually finally on Ableton 12 here. On DaVinci, let's see, what version of DaVinci am I using? Hold on, let me look it up real quick here. I do not update things all the freaking time. What is DaVinci? What is it? Oh, it's Blackmagic. Hold on, I'll just start it up here and it'll tell me. And let's see, in Pro Tools, I think I'm like... what version of Pro Tools am I using? I'm using, hold on. Let's see. Oh, everybody's like, huh? It's like, you know what? Okay, I'm on Pro Tools 2312. 23.
There's definitely an element of if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I feel like a lot of times software is released and it's not technically considered to be in beta, but in some ways it's kind of still in beta.
Yeah. But it's the same with the plugins. And yeah, I mean, I'm going to have to update DaVinci soon because it's doing some weird shit. And I think they're doing that intentionally. Okay, I'm on DaVinci 18.6.
Yeah, Edgy Prof asks, what if somebody gives you a later version of a project?
Then
Yes.
Then I got a problem. That's kind of why I had to update Ableton. Mm-hmm. Although DJ Burnwin he's got some deal with them. He just gave me 12. I got 12 for free. Pro Tools was an issue. It's not so much now, but yeah, at a certain point, okay, I got to update. Although a lot of times people just send me stems too. I mean, that's the easy way around it. For a long time, I was like, oh, just send me stems. They're like, okay, I'll just send you stems. So you're using Pro Tools 8. Oh my God, Michael. Damn.
And the damn subscriptions. Oh, hey, Chris Crisis.
Hey, what's up? Where is he? I don't see him. Oh, there he is. And damn the subscriptions. Exactly.
Seriously.
Holy crap. Sometimes I sidechain. I'll say Smokespun says sometimes I sidechain with ProQ just to clean up or even boost somewhere else on the hit. I use ProQ. Oh God.
ProQ3.
3. I use ProQ3.
There you go.
Every day, every mix. I will say. I mean, I guess technically speaking, ProQ3 with a dynamic EQ is kind of sidechaining within the plugin, I guess you could say. Now, that is a life changer for me. I use that all the freaking time. Yeah. I have no subscriptions. On Pro Tools, I got locked into their
grandfathered in, yeah,
perpetual license because I'm an old school guy. I've been using them since the 90s, so I just pay. Of course, they upped it. I think I pay $150 a year for whatever, you know.
It's a little more.
Oh God. Okay, but it's not as much as paying by the month. I can tell you that.
It is not.
Yeah, Michael Hennessy, I've got an HD. I could go on about all my Pro Tools rigs. I've got literally the amount of Pro Tools gear or rigs that I bought here probably is in excess of like $50,000 or something like that. Because back when I was working on records, I was making money, but I had to go out and buy. I got to go buy a $20,000 system. I got to buy another $20,000. And now that this thing's sitting back here, like this 192, the HD 192 interface. I don't know what I spent on that damn thing, and that was just part of the rig. It's that silver thing right back there. I could use it as a doorstop or a boat anchor. I can't even hook it up as an interface now because it used that serial connection. It's got all the damn converters in there. I'm like, can I use that? No, you can't, because it needed the Mac serial connection, and you can't do that anymore. I'm like, I'm just screwed. I mean, Yeah, and I canceled I used to use Pro Tools. Had to stop that because of subscriptions. Yeah. I had to stop. Yeah, Elsine saying they mentioned their album. It's lo-fi hip-hop, jazz, acid jazz album, and there are literally no side chains on it. Just EQ, compression, and smart sound selection. That's it. That's it.
Yeah, DJ Dirty. It stinks about Adobe, and Adobe is kind of smart too because they do these really great packages for schools and universities, so that all the classes are taught in Adobe, whether you're doing Photoshop or Illustrator or the video one. Billy would tell me, but anyway. And but then you get out, and if you want to use it for yourself, you've got to buy one of these subscriptions, and they're just stupid. I got so sick. I'm even sick of streaming. It annoys the hell out of me. It's like, the ways of sneaking in more commercials, and then also content will just disappear or change. It's like I have a Annie Lennox CD that I love, and I'm sure there's reasons for this, but I went to stream one of my favorite songs on the album, and the mix is completely different, and there's different parts. And I'm glad I have the CD still, because I really like the way it was before. But yeah, I ended up buying myself. It's a little iPod knockoff, and I'm like actually just listening to my music collection offline, not connected. It's amazing.
All right, while I'm here. We're talking, we were talking about the video that I just put out. Everybody, please go watch it.
Oh, yeah.
I just want to mention the stupid amount of work I did on this freaking video.
It's the truth.
Okay. Yeah, it was stupid. There's like this thing where I'll be working on something. I'm like, what if I could do something like, hold on, like stupid things like this. Do you have any idea how long it took to do this? And I thought about all this stuff a long time ago. Hold on, I'm looking for the spot in the video. I should have marked down the damn time. Oh, here we go. Okay.
Oh, yes.
I literally, when I started this video, I usually have it all in mind, like what I want to do before I film it. Mm-hmm. And I do it, but I don't ever actually think about how hard it's going to be. I just know I want to do it. So I did this. Okay, look, this is silly. Innovation was to build things that would last a long time at the highest quality they could possibly achieve. Whereas today, it's about the race to market by focusing on efficiency and scale of production and using the cheapest components you can get away with to maximize profits and increase shareholder value so you can be bought by an audio conglomerate or a private equity firm, both of which care more about quarterly reports than audio quality. And that's why a lot of today's audio gear usually becomes unrepairable and obsolete in just a few years. While the gear these people made decades ago is still sought after, still in use, and more valuable than ever. And they still sound unique. I think... Okay. So, I always wanted to do a video or film something where I could, like, show circuit boards up close. I've been thinking about it for a long time, and I'm like, how could I do it? And I was like, okay, I'll put it in this video somehow. And originally I was going to do it with older, like... vintage shit, but none of the photography is that good. So I was like, okay, I will grab some. I've got old stuff. I just have shit I take apart sometimes and that's the sort of thing I do sometimes. If it's already broken, why not take it apart? And I thought, well, I'll just film the circuit board. And I've got this coffee table over here, and I set my camera up on it, and I was like, well, let me film this stuff. But the circuit board was kind of dragging on the table in not a smooth way. It's kind of almost kind of grabbing a little bit. So I had to find like a Hot Wheels car, and I've got like 50 Hot Wheels cars. So I picked the best one. So I'm rolling it on a Hot Wheels car. And then it's like, how do you roll? It's easier to roll the circuit board and keep the camera steady and then have the camera move over this. I know this seems like really stupid shit, but you know what? And then I had to animate each one of these. And here's the other thing. There's something way deeper in this little animation. It's kind of like corporate, like, the race of, companies and shit. So right here, there's actually two different companies. There's the yellow.
You get the whole story.
When you're up late at night and you're doing stupid shit, this goes through your head. The flashing light on the left is more yellow, and the flashing red light on the right is more red. They're kind of two competing companies, right? And they go on this race, and one of them is kind of typically taking a longer way because for whatever reason they get here, they have to flash to the next reality, right? The next, whatever, like next market or something. You think, oh, they're gone. Then it comes over here, but like, oh shit, they've jumped over here and they're racing here. Now watch, it's the green one. He takes this other route and he bounces around because he's got to, he's more exploratory, but he's got to catch up, huh?
He had a false start.
No, it wasn't a false start. He was just kind of curious about what was going on down there.
I see.
It's down there. Like, oh yeah, I guess I should go over here. But he should lose, but he always seems to catch up. It's like. He's faster, thank God. It gives him the ability to do it. And then they race here. Oh, and he fucks up on this one. Bad. Look at this. Goes over here. Boom, boom. He's like just bouncing around over there like what that other guy's going. He's like, oh, I got to catch up. And then he catches up. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. Mad. And they still get there at the same time. Yeah.
And of course, then the next section.
That's why a lot of today's audio gear usually becomes unrepairable and obsolete in just a few years.
Yeah, there it is.
Well, yeah, and I was thinking about how do I do this shot, and it's like I was going to be a pain in the ass, and when I realized, I just set it up, and I did it backwards. I set it up, and then I dropped that shit, and then I ran and moved it out of the way, and then I kept the camera rolling, and I just went and took a piece out one at a time, and then did it backwards, and then made the sound. There's really no point why I said all that, except by the fact that I just take stupid amounts of time to do stupid things like that.
Hey, it's behind the scenes content.
Yeah. I'm proud of it, though. I feel pretty good about it. Oh, my God, yeah. Oh, I know what I wanted to say. Okay. There's also a hidden Easter egg in the video. I forgot about this. God, we forgot about the
Some of y'all that watch Billy's streams might be a little faster to pick up on it than others.
Yeah. There was somebody who was on one of my streams, and
they have a cameo in the video.
They traveled into the past, and they are actually in a picture that I show. I'm not going to even give a hint because I show a lot of pictures,
totally
but there's a
at
very...
this point.
And it's pretty iconic, but this guest of mine traveled in time as actually in one of these pictures. And I'm wondering if anybody will find it. So that's all I'm going to say. I actually showed it on the screen earlier by accident. So. Wait, what? I'm reading cast pieces of jewelry with our clients. We put a centrifuge in an old wine barrel.
Was that Smokespun putting the centrifuge in the old wine barrel, was that in case of mess, or was it because of sound, or that it helped it stay steady? I'm curious now. Why?
Well, anyway, yeah, I think I'm done mixing. I think I've had it. I'm doing a short stream today. I'm just too damn tired.
Yeah, it's been a hell of a, I was going to say a hell of a week, but it's been a hell of a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. In addition, I'm wrapping up taxes, which our personal taxes tend to be rather complicated. I've learned a lot about how to do them. Our tax system here can be a little complicated at times. It could be so much easier, but
No, not Bone Crusher. That would be, well, oh, wait. Not including.
oh, that's right.
Yes, it's a historical picture.
Yeah,
They
sorry,
traveled
not
in
the
time
still
specifically.
pictures.
I'm not talking about the pictures that are like, people that came to my studio. Not like that. They are a place. It was in another continent. Okay, I'm giving another hint. Mm-hmm. It was in another continent.
But yeah, in addition, I'm just scrambling because I plan this big family reunion camp out every year. We had a great one last year, and I had everything set up for this summer. And unfortunately, it being that it was at a national park, they were running behind on some renovations and suddenly had to cancel all reservations at the campground for May and June. And I'm like, I've got 31 people coming to this thing, not all camping, but still. And now I'm trying to find a campground that can accommodate like a family reunion. It's taken quite a lot of time on my part. Hey, Two-Headed Monster Jams Billy asks if this song is going on your album.
It took the whole time you were talking, I was typing the response. That's how long it took me to type the response.
It's 3 words.
I was just waiting for you to get done. Australia studio. No, it's a person. And they appear in the video. Older. I guess I should be more specific, huh? It would be.
No. I don't think you need to be more specific.
Okay, it was a person that was on one of my live streams, and they're in a picture that was taken before they were born.
You're angling to have somebody figure it out before you end the stream, aren't you?
No, I don't think they're going to find it out.
Yeah, Michael, I've let's just say I've learned a lot on preparing taxes over the last few years. But and beekeeping too. Yeah.
Well, Silene or Elsine, God, I keep saying that backwards. Elsine, just put the link up.
Can they?
Keep it a secret.
I
Okay,
think you
I'll
can
keep
put
it
a link
secret.
up in Twitch. I'm not sure.
I'm dying for somebody to guess. You're right. Now that I'm
I
thinking
knew
about
it.
I am
You-
dying
you
for somebody
want-
to guess because I'm so proud of like the fact that I know somebody who's a time traveler.
Yes.
You know.
What was I going to say? Oh, I was going to tell the other big thing that I did because I'm a beekeeper. Most of you know that by now. And I had one colony, one hive, because I actually tried to take last year off, and long story, some bees moved in. And so with honeybees, and y'all didn't expect I'm going to go off on honeybees right now, but while people are trying to figure out who this mystery person is.
Oh, they're not going to figure it out.
Elsie Yeen posted a
I'm
link.
just going to figure anything out.
Good luck with that. No, honeybees, they reproduce, the queen lays eggs, they grow up into bees and all of that, but it all stays within the colony. But as a species, how do the honeybees reproduce? Well, they reproduce their colonies. And the way they do that is when a colony grows to the point where it's kind of running out of room. This usually happens in the springtime when like the nectar flow is going on and there's lots to eat. The worker bees decide it's time to swarm, and they take their queen, and about half the colony just leaves the hive. And they go off and try to find a new place to set up a home. That's called a swarm. And then the remaining bees grow themselves a new queen from an egg, because to grow a queen, they have to take care of it a special way from the time that it hatches all the way through when it pupates, when it, turns into a grown-up bee. So I wanted to have 2 colonies where I, instead of 1. So I just artificially swarmed them, where basically they started getting to the point where they were starting to grow queens. And so that means that they were getting ready to swarm. And so rather than letting the queen leave with half the bees, I just took her out of that hive, put her into a new hive, and gave her half the bees and some brood, and made them feel like they had swarmed. But their new home is right next door to their old one, so that now I have 2 2 colonies. And so that was also something that happened in the last couple of weeks. Yeah, Billy, are you old enough to have been born before your time?
Yeah. Oh, I just teleported to a Waffle House.
Oh, my God.
All right, well, I think I'm about done. I want to play the guitar, so...
We'll share some of that, that quote-unquote apple juice. I'll go hang out down there.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Why don't you come down here right now, and then we'll say goodbye.
Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of not feeling what I'm trying to make. Being busy, that's right.
All right, so appreciate everybody watching, helping, watching the video and all that. Have you eaten honeycomb? We haven't eaten the honeycomb yet. We ate a lot of honey, though. Haven't eaten the honeycomb. We want the honeycomb because they put the honey in it. Although some of it, yeah, I mean, a lot of it we scrape off, but. So. Well, everybody, thanks for watching the video. Not sure what the next stream's going to be. Kit's on her way down here to say goodbye. Harper, say goodbye. Thanks to Harper. Thanks to Harry Stark. Hey, did Casey ever show up?
No, Casey was
Casey's working. Yeah, it's Thursday. Okay, that's why we're changing. All right. All right, everybody, see you next time. Have a good one. Bye. Take 1, take 2, take 3, take 4, take 5, take whatever.